There was a moment, and I remember it so clearly, where I was standing in a store, staring at a jacket I loved, and my first thought wasn't, do I like this? It was, what would people think if I wore this? And I put it back on the shelf, just like that. I walked away from something I wanted because of an imaginary audience in my head. That was the moment I realized I had been living someone else's life. Hey everyone. So today I want to talk about something I've never really spoken about out loud. And honestly, it took me a long time to even admit to myself. For years, and I mean years, I was a people pleaser. Like to a degree that I didn't even recognize it as a problem. I thought I was just being a good person, being considerate, being kind. But here's what I didn't realize. I wasn't being kind. I was being afraid. And today, I want to share the story of how I finally started letting that go. Growing up, I learned pretty quickly that the way to feel safe, the way to feel loved, was to make sure everyone around me was comfortable. If someone was upset, it was my job to fix it. If there was tension, I was the one trying to smooth it over. And at first, that felt like strength. It felt like I was the calm one, the reliable one. But what was actually happening was I was erasing myself, little by little. I stopped sharing my real opinions. I said yes to things I didn't want to do. I changed parts of myself, my interests, my goals, even my sense of humor, depending on who was in the room. I didn't even notice it was happening. That's the scariest part. It just became normal. The turning point didn't come from some big dramatic moment. It wasn't a fight or a breakup or some life-changing event. It was quiet. It was small. I was journaling one night, something I'd just started doing, and I wrote down the question, what do you actually want? And I stared at that page for a long time because I genuinely didn't know. I knew what my family wanted for me. I knew what my friends expected. I knew what felt safe and acceptable. But what did I want? What did I actually feel? That blank page scared me more than anything ever had. And that's when I realized I had been spending so long performing for other people that I had lost track of who I actually was. That night, something shifted. Not overnight. Nothing changed overnight, but something cracked open, and I couldn't unsee it. So what did I actually do? Honestly, it started with really small things. I started saying no, like actual no, not the polite, apologetic no with 5 excuses attached. Just no, that doesn't work for me. And the world didn't end. Nobody left. Nobody hated me. It was just fine. I started doing things alone, going to restaurants by myself, watching movies I actually wanted to watch, wearing the clothes that felt like me, not the clothes that blended in. And here's the thing nobody tells you. The moment you stop trying to be what everyone else wants, you become so much more yourself. And that's actually a really magnetic thing. The people who matter, they love that version of you even more. It wasn't about becoming selfish. It was about becoming real. If any of this sounds familiar, if you're someone who constantly checks in with everyone else before you check in with yourself, I want you to hear this. You are allowed to take up space. You are allowed to want things, to feel things, to have opinions that not everyone agrees with. You are not here to be everyone's favorite version of yourself. You're here to be your favorite version of yourself. And I promise you, that's enough. That has always been enough. It's a practice. I'm still working on it every single day. But man, the peace that comes with it, it's unlike anything I've ever felt. Thank you for letting me share that with you today. I know this one was a little more personal than usual, and honestly, that felt good. Scary, but good. If this hit home for you, I'd love to hear your story in the comments. You're not alone in this, trust me. And if you're on this journey too, just know you're already doing better than you think. All right, I'll catch you in the next one. Take care of yourselves.